two-dimensional arrays and multi-dimensional arrays. So just what are the two-dimensional arrays and what are the multi-dimensional arrays and how memory will be allocated and all we'll see today. Here it is. First one is, if it is a two-dimensional array, if it is two-dimensional array storing the information in the form of rows and columns, in the form of rows and columns, two-dimensional. Like here it is, just number of rows and number of columns. See, in pattern programming, we already discussed how can we work with the patterns means what? Using the nested loop. Pattern programming is also used to display the information in two-dimensional format only. To display the pattern, how many loops required? Two for loops required. Same here. To work with the two-dimensional arrays also, two loops required. Outer loop represents number of rows and inner loop represents number of columns. It's like here it is a number of rows index, number of columns also index 0, 1, 2. Two loops I and j. And here it is how can we represent means what? By specifying the locations. Sorry, 0, 0 location, 0, 1 location, 0, 2 location. And in the same way, is a 1, 0, is a 1, 1 and 1, 2. 1, 2. This is a outer loop. Two loops required. Two loops. Here it is a number of rows is represented by outer loop, and the number of columns is represented by inner loop, Two loops required. This is what two-dimensional. And how some memory will be allocated for multi-dimensional also. Here it is. Multi-dimensional means what? More than two-dimensional. This comes under multi-dimensional. Multi. Suppose look at this. We are just writing ARR of 2. Observe this 2. And here it is a 2. And again 2. Suppose. You can specify in two ways. First this one and this one you can take. First 2. From this one 2 by 2. Hope you getting my point. And from this one also 2 by 2. 2 by 2. So index is 0 and 1. And this one is also 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And same here is also 0, 1 and is a 0, 1. 0, 1. First, look at this. 3 na? 3. How many locations are there? Let me explain. First one is a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Just imagine in this 1, 0, 1, 0 place, just generally for understandability sake, I'm explaining. In this location 5 I want to store 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 means this one. This is 1, 0 na? 1, 0. 5 is storing here. 5. For example, in 1, 1, 0 place, I am storing 7. 1, 1, 0. In this location, 7 I am storing. See, first you are taking this one, 2. Next you are taking 2 by 2 na? Sir, why can't we take if it is an array, if it is a 2, 2 and 2, why can't we take this first? No problem, you can take it. Then you can take this. First 2 by 2 means what? Like this. You can represent like this. And from here, 1, 2. From here, so 1, 2. Okay. From here is connected 1, 2. And from here is 1, 2. You can represent in both the ways. So both are allowed. Both are allowed. 0, 1. And this one is also 0, 1. This one is also 0, 1. And this one is also is a 0, 1. And as usual, this is 0. This is 1. Index, with the help of index only you can understand. It's a 1. Same story. Look at this 0, 1, 0, 5. First 0, 1, this one. This one. From this 0. Nothing but from here 0. Here 5 is storing. Next 1, 1, 0 is a 7. 1, 1. 1, 1 means this one. Is a 1, 1. 0 means this one. So this is how we are representing that memory in the background. Okay, please note down this fast. లేదని ఈరోజు వచ్చా.
ఎర్రపట్నం ఉంది కదా, ఒకసారి ఎర్రపట్నం ప్రెస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇది వెలుగుతుంది అక్కడ, ఎర్రపట్నం ఉంది కదా, అది ఒకసారి.
So we are writing that code. Here it is. Here it is first. How can we declare two-dimensional array? Two-dimensional array. Integer, ARR. For example, 3 rows and 3 columns consider. 3 by 3. Okay. Sir, directly I want to give the values. First, directly. Here it is. I am taking 1, 1, or some values I am giving. 5, 3, 7. 5, 3, 7. 4, 8, 2. 1, 9, 6. Values I am giving like this. Okay. And here it is a 2 loops required to print ing for just giving that message is array is. Array is. I'm just printing for outer loop represents how many rows are there? How many rows? 3 rows are there. So less than 3 because it starts with 0 na. I plus plus. And same inner loop. J equals to 0. J is less than 3. J plus plus. J plus plus. And here it is when you are printing percentage %d space, you need to specify ij. I'll explain. Ij. But whenever you are printing this, all printing side by side, all the 3 rows printing side by side, you know that same you need to follow the concept like a After printing one row, you need to send the control to the next line like a printf/n. Then exactly in a matrix format, 3 by 3 will print. Is a 3 by 3 will print. This is the simple way of doing that one. Okay, do this. So now we are doing all the operations on this one. All the operations. Sir, here, so whenever we are creating the values, I want to read the data. I don't want to take the values. I want to read. For reading also, how many loops required? Is it 2 loops required? 2 loops required. So how can we execute? How can we execute? This is for printing. Printing. So clearly, I'm asking. Clearly. Here it is a print. Enter how many elements? Enter. Here it is a size also I'm taking. Just to understand. Number of rows, 3. And a number of columns, so suppose 3. You can use the words rows and columns also. But simply I'm writing. Simply. Okay. Enter percentage D. Percentage D means what? M into N. Total 9 elements. Enter 9 elements into array of dimension also I'm giving. Percentage D into percentage D dimension. Percentage D dimension. Just clearly I'm giving everything. In this one M and in this one N. Just what is the purpose? Observe this. When you run total 3 by 3, na? 3 into 3, 9 elements. It will be clear like this. Enter 9 elements into array of 3 by 3 dimension. 9 elements I am giving. 9 elements into 3 by 3 array dimension. Clearly, we mention like this. Then we read 2 na? For loop, same. I equals to 0. I just copy. But here I'm using number of rows M, number of columns N. Then you need to scanf percentage D. You need to specify address operator. Address of ARR of I and ARR of Z. First for loop is for reading. Second for loop is for printing. So when you run, total how many elements you need to enter? 9 elements you need to enter, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Sir, these are the locations, na? Like a 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. Sir, I need to show the locations to them. Got the point? So here, look at this. Printf, more clear. Printf, enter element into location ARR of percentage D. Percentage D. This is just a formatting only. Here, IJ. Because those are representing index values now. Now look at this, a little more clear output into 0, 0 location 10. Next iteration 0, 1 location, 0, 2 location. Next, it will come to that next row 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. This one. Okay. Please do quickly. Each and every location clearly I just specified. Okay. Now we are writing some operations. Okay. Now I'm taking that directly. Same 3 by 3 only we are taking. 3 by 3. See here also you can write M and N, but no problem. 3 by 3 anyway. Here it is. In this 3 by 3, in this 3 by 3, we are storing the values like this. Like in the first row, for example, 3, 7, 4, comma. In the second row, 5, 9, 1. In the third row, 8, 2, 6. I'm taking like this. Same. Whenever you are printing that array as it is printing, as it is. But you can represent like this also. All values side by side you can print. No, in the row format, if you want to represent, you can represent. You can. But here, what I'm trying to explain here, I want to perform sum of all elements. Sum of all elements. Then what we need to do? Here it is a sum. Sum. Sum of array elements we already know. Right? Now sum of all elements we are checking. Here it is. Instead of printing, just add to that sum. Sum is equals to sum plus error of ij. Error of ij. And outside we are just printing sum of array elements. Sum of array elements, that sum we are printing. All will be added. 3 plus 7, 10, 14, 15, 20, 29, 31, 39, 45. Is a 45 is the output. Is a 1. Sum of array elements in two-dimensional array. Okay, please do. Okay, now here it is. So this is the one. Display sum of elements in each row, not a total sum, not a total sum. We need each row sum. We need each row sum. So here it is. This one, no need to specify outside. This is the first row. Zeroth row sum you need to find here. So declare the sum variable inside. This is very, very important. Inside, because see, this is representing the row. Na? Inner loop is representing the row. Adding that first row, and please don't print here. Once inner loop execution completed, zeroth row execution completed, then here it is row 0 sum. Row 0 sum. Observe this. In this first place is a 0, nothing but I. In the second place is a sum. This is very, very important. First, what is that? I is representing the first row. Na? So row 0, because I value 0. And here you are calculating the sum of the elements in that first row only. Inner loop is one row representing. It is printing that sum. Next, again, outer loop will repeat. Outer loop. What is that outer loop become? Out I value become 1. Again, some value starts with 0. Sir, suppose if I declare some value outside, first it will find the sum of first row elements. Na? Then it will again add to that sum only. So every time you just make some value 0. Now second row elements sum. So when you run that output, look at this. Zeroth row sum is a 14. First row sum is a 15. Second row sum is a 16. Is a 1. Okay, do this. Right. Now look at this. I'm just taking that 4 by 4 just to make it clear. 4 by 4, we are adding some values like a 5, and here it is a 7, here it is a 4, and is a one more like a 3927. Some values we are adding. 4 by 4, na? So now is a 4 rows and 4 columns. 4 columns. I'm not doing any sum operation and all. Sum operation. Just we are printing. But we already discussed that. Sir, I want to print only is a first loop. If row is a 1, if I is equal to 1, if I is equals to 1, then only print percentage D, ARR of I and J. ARR of I and J. So when you run this, look at this first row only printing. Or is a last row I want to print. I equals to 3. 3 means what is a last row? Na? Is a last row side by side. But here it is after loop. We know already. Printf next line. Send the control to next line. If it is not, then what we need to print? This one is also we already discussed. Is a space you need to print. Space. Look at this. Only that first row. Sorry. Is a one row, na? 0. Is a 0th row. And third one. Okay. And here it is also same. Is a J value 1. J value 0. J value 0 and J value 3. J value 3. Here it is printing. Sir, why this one means what? You know that extra space. It's taking that extra space. Look at that output. 3745, 3583, 5747, 3927. Middle things not printing. These things we already discussed. Where whenever we are working with the patterns concept, printing swastik, printing only borders like this. Okay, do this. So next in the same way, only in the cross section, what are the elements are there? What are the elements? Those elements sum only I want. Okay. It's like sir, here it is. I want to find the sum of these elements only. I want to find the sum of these elements only. Like here it is when I value 0, j value should be 3. 0 plus 3, 1 plus 2. Like this. These values only we need to find the sum. So I'm taking that sum equal to 0, sum equals to 0 on condition. If I equal to j, when I value and j value both are same, nothing but this one, 3, 9, 6, 7. But here it is a 5, 1, 2, 7, or I plus j both are equal to 3. Because when it is 0, it is 3, 0 plus 3. This is a 1, this is a 2. Okay, this one value is a 3. When I plus j equals to 3, then we are finding the sum. We are finding the sum. Or first, whenever you are printing, just check that values are printing. Look at this. Hope you got the point. 3, 9, 6, 7, 5, 1, 2, 6. These are the values now. So we are printing the sum of these elements only. So instead of printing, we are adding to the sum. Sum is equal to sum plus error of ij. Error of ij. Just outside of the loop, you are printing sum of diagonal elements in the list. Just printing that some value, some whatever it is that you can calculate, that will print. Okay, do this. Just write the codes to display. Here I'm not writing anything. The first one, note down this. In this array, first one is find largest element in the array. Okay. Next one, find the sum of smallest and largest element in the array. Nothing but in this array. Third one is find maximum row sum. So nothing but among all the 4 rows, which row has a maximum sum. Next one, fourth one is find maximum column sum. This column has a maximum sum, or this column has a maximum sum, or this column has a maximum sum, or this column has a maximum sum. Okay, that. Note down all these 4 questions and try now. Today practice all these programs. Okay, I have some little work so that I'm leaving early today. So please complete all these 4 programs now. ఓకేనా?